Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Good news, my friends. Grab some sugary cereal, a cup of something warm, put your feet up because it's time for Saturday morning Reactoons. This time featuring the penultimate episode of Star Trek the Animated Series, Season 2, Episode 5, How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth. I cannot believe we're here already, friends, so what we need to do is not look to the future but look to the present. I'm reminding myself because we have 2 adventures left aboard the animated NCC 1701, that beauty. And friends, there's nothing to it but to do it. If you could do me a quick favor though and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Saturday morning Reactoons. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's the penultimate episode of Star Trek the Animated Series, Season 2, Episode 5, How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the second to last time this series, away we go! Just commiserating with Patreon and said that I can't believe Bill, Jim's telling us about the final frontier, that we're already at the end of what I consider to be the original run of Star Trek. Now, please feel free to correct me, but with the original series and the animated series, once they conclude, I think that we're into like a new generation, not, no pun intended, a new era of Star Trek. Because we start with the films, then the Next Generation, and then that whole block, Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, I guess Enterprise goes in with that one. I don't know. I feel like I'm finishing the first book of a long saga, you know? I'm trying not to be down about it. I'm trying to be happy. Completed the mission. But I'm not because I want more. I'm sure nobody else ever felt that way about Star Trek. All right, friends, let's see what they have for us in How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth.
The Enterprise is tracing the origin of a mysterious alien space probe.
Oh, probe.
Made a scan of Earth's system and then signaled outward into space. Before it could be intercepted.
Love that shot.
Status report, Mr. Spock.
The trail is...
It's almost like it was avoiding everything except Earth.
Reduce speed to warp factor 2, Mr. Walking Bear.
Aye, sir. Warp factor 2.
Oh, Walking Bear. Awesome.
A vessel at extreme range.
Course protection, Mr. Eriks.
It's coming in on the same course as the probe, sir.
Lieutenant Uhura, all stations to yellow alert, standard hailing on all frequencies.
There we go.
Identification, Mr. Spock?
None as yet, sir. But sensors now indicate it is twice our size.
Wow.
Reduce to warp 1, Mr. Walking Bear.
Warp 1, sir.
Lieutenant Eriks, activate main screen, extreme magnification.
It's interesting to have a red shirt, though, at helm, right? Because isn't that security and engineering?
Approaching ship has an immense energy field surrounding it.
Oh, no, comms, too, right? Is it a specialist stuff? Help me out there, friends.
Readings indicate the vessel is composed entirely of crystalline ceramic. I would almost say...
Crystallized ceramic?
Scott here, Captain. All our engines are still at full thrust, but it's just like we're ramming into a wall of clay.
All engines stop, sir.
Give me a damage report as soon as possible, Scotty.
Back us off.
But it's minimal so far, sir. No structural damage or overheating.
Thank God.
McCoy here. No serious injuries. What the devil's going on?
Later, Bones.
We'll figure it out. Plum, just hold on. Who should I be mad at? Is it Spock?
But one that is flexible enough to absorb any force. I cannot explain it. Clearly, we cannot escape by simply fleeing.
Great. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is an unorthodox design. It is shooting.
Walking Bear, full power, all shields, reverse engines, and get us away from that beam.
We can't. Yeah, we're in the bubble. We gotta take it.
Main phasers on that ship and open fire.
We can't get it. Oh, my God.
It continues to probe us. Its surrounding energy pattern is now shifting.
To... What? Is that like a holograph? Like a holographic, like...
Kukulkan.
What did you see, Uhura? Are we all seeing something different?
I was angered because I believed you had forgotten me. But one in your midst knows my name. Fail me again, and all of your kind shall perish.
That ship out there bears a strong resemblance to a god in Mayan and Aztec legends, Kukulkan.
Wow.
Then we could be dealing with the basis of all those legends. A space traveler who visited Earth in primitive times.
Entirely possible.
You don't deserve it, yeoman, but you're getting a few days' bed rest.
You don't deserve it. Plum, Scotty.
Mr. Walking Bear, what do the legends say about...
They're going to take Walking Bear, too, yep.
Security reports that Mr. Scott and Dr. McCoy have also disappeared.
What's he doing
Why
to my
Plum
crew?
and Scotty, though? Jim? Is he done, or... Because Jim was staggered a little bit.
We must be somewhere inside that other ship.
And us without a single phaser or communicator.
At least I've got my medical kit, for all the good it is.
Happened to Kukulkan?
No, sir. Only that he left and promised one day to return.
Then that space probe that approached Earth must have been his.
In the wide open spaces here, Lord Almighty.
Any way Spock could get through to us?
I don't think so, sir. Our sensors couldn't penetrate this ship.
Or the bubble.
Learn from them. Find their purpose if you can. Only then will I appear before you.
So is this like a riddle, a test, to see what we've learned or remembered? That's kind of cool if it is. I mean, I'm trying to think of everything Mayan and Aztec. I mean, we're talking a lot of mathematics, a lot of like calendars, and
Beautiful.
Where did it come from?
obviously architecture. I don't know what he's claiming responsibility for, though.
Shouldn't we be trying to find out what became of the captain and the others?
Lieutenant Uhura, you are supposed to be monitoring the alien vessel. Our first priority is to free the Enterprise.
Yeah, we have to get out of this bubble. We can't do anything. Even if there was some way to get him back, he could just grab him right back.
I can't pin down what culture it represents.
But it's still a clue. This city is one gigantic riddle.
Awesome. Look at the layout.
Kukulkan gave the Mayas a remarkably accurate calendar. He told them to build a city according to its cycles. On the date the city was finished, Kukulkan was supposed to return.
Kukulkan must have visited several ancient peoples on Earth, but each one used only parts of his knowledge to build their cultures. If no one on Earth built this city exactly right, then that's why
He never came back.
the entire city is our key.
Kukulkan said he would appear only when we learned its purpose.
Then there has to be some sort of signaling device here.
Right, is it a calendar?
That pyramid seems to be the center of everything. I'm going up there. The rest of you spread out and circle it.
Get your primatine mist, Jim, because that is a steep effing climb. Jim's like, haha, F you, Greg, I'm already at the top.
Another tower. And there's another tower down there.
We gotta-
there must be one at
we gotta-
all four corners.
Yeah, we gotta shift them so they're facing in the right direction, or...
Looks like there's a seam here. I think the head can be turned. Come on, lad.
There we go.
Give me a hand.
The eyes are glowing as soon as you did that, or reflecting.
Turn the head all the way around and aim it up here.
Love
Aye,
it.
sir.
Aye, sir. Get the other ones.
Turn them to face the pyramid. I'm coming down.
Be down there in 30 minutes. Almost sounds like electricity, like arcing.
The whole thing is an energy amplification system.
To call him.
Signaling device.
Yep. It's his bat signal.
Behold Kukulkan.
I love it. Look at their eyes.
We have no weapons. And if we did, we would use them only with reason.
Where is your hate? You hate me, do you not?
Why?
You fired your weapons at me.
We used them in self-defense. You fired on us.
I am your master.
Oh.
Do you think we belong to you?
Oh, Scotty, quiet.
Scotty's like, I didn't say anything.
Just once, I wish you'd let us use the stairs.
Well, Jim did use the stairs.
I don't recognize a lot of these species, Jim.
Please feel free to examine any of my specimens.
I could never be proud of putting wee beasties in cages.
Hmm.
They eat, breathe, and live in worlds created by my machinery, worlds only they can see.
I mean, okay. It's better than being in the cage, I guess.
That city and all else I taught to your ancestors, but they became evil.
But no one being, not even you, has the right to interfere with other cultures.
Ooh, he did not like that. I love their eyes in the back.
Creatures like these have been my only companions. I have seen you on many worlds, savage, warlike, filled with self-hate.
Well, maybe help us out?
As an experiment, I visited your Earth and tried to teach peaceful ways. I left, intending to return when I was summoned, but you never sent for me.
We work only to create peace.
Nothing you have done so far makes me believe that is true. One of the fiercest and most untamable ever created lives in peace in the world that I create for him.
Oh, okay. So let's give awards out now.
No one's ever been able to keep one alive.
Why, Bones?
They hate captivity. You try to put more than one hand on them, and they throw off a charge of 2,000 volts.
Wow.
It was an infant and easily controlled, as you were when I visited Earth.
Oh, so you took a baby from its parents.
But if children are made totally dependent on their teachers, they will never be anything but children.
Enough! This is useless.
Enough with your damn logic. I left the Vulcan on the ship for a reason.
My dream is ending, and all of you are to blame.
Dear God, okay. You obviously have an agenda, and you thought this out. There's no change in your mind. We get it.
The elasticity of the force field can respond in only one direction at a time. All hands to battle stations.
We're going to try multiple ways.
When we break free, we will be thrown approximately 5.698 light years.
The best in Starfleet, Spock.
But how are you going to break free?
You gotta hit him in multiple places at once.
We shall both push and pull on it simultaneously. It should become rigid enough for a burst of warp power to shatter it.
Tractor beam, phasers, or us? Yeah, tractor beam and us.
Reverse engines and come about.
Love it. I mean, what's to prevent Kukulkan from doing the same thing again, though?
Escaped? But how? I will smash it this time.
This damn guy's powerful.
Bones, what would happen if we pulled the cables on some of these cages?
Most of the animals would just lay there.
But that cat. Oh, man. Sort of reminds me of a Salat from yesteryear. This might be a bite too big to chew.
I cannot. Your ship has disabled my central power source.
Jim,
Well,
if that's true, we're all in trouble.
we can transport away.
Jim, do something.
Quick, your hypo. Full tranquilizer setting.
You're going to get electrocuted if you do this. Hope you got some rubber soles on those shoes, Jim. 2 million volts. It's not unconscious. It's just high.
I'm fine, Bones. The cat's last power jolt clipped me.
I did shit myself, though.
What's this? My, aren't you the friendly little darling?
Ha!
Are we really that inferior to you?
No, but the violence of your kind surpasses even that of the power cat.
I understand that approach. That he monitored us and saw how aggressive we are.
Intelligent life is too precious a thing to be led by the nose.
But you are my children. I hoped I could teach you, help you.
You still can.
We don't need you anymore.
I will let you go your own way.
I argue that we do in a different aspect. I mean, we'll talk about it, but I think that, fostering a relationship of diplomacy between him and the Federation.
Vulcan was visited by alien beings. They left much wiser.
Heading away from Earth.
I mean, I think it's kind of sad, to be honest.
There's a line from Shakespeare.
Yes, Bones, I remember it. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.
Oh, I forgot that was from Shakespeare. I am kicking myself now. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Star Trek, the animated series, the penultimate episode, Season 2, Episode 5, How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth, the penultimate episode and the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Star Trek, the animated series. I thought this was very interesting. You've had similar themes like this before, people that not necessarily even in Star Trek. I've experienced quite a bit of it, where whether it be in the guise of, I mean, there's always the pyramids were built by aliens. I saw that. I watched the Stargate movie, and I think that we had a lot of correlation there. Even like Fifth Element, there are things like that past cultures and civilizations were visited by beings from the stars, and they bequeathed, knowledge and gifts upon them that was able to, promote mathematics and the calendar like we saw in this one. So I like the idea. I've always really kind of liked that trope that there is. I like it and I don't like it because in a way it sort of makes us seem like we're just the beneficiaries of some, we were given technology and advanced knowledge that we didn't really earn in a way. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I sort of always, I'm torn back and forth like, oh, it's cool. We've been visited if you want to, think about the story like that. And then the other way, I think, then what have we really done? If they gave us mathematics and the basis to like build off of for sciences and all of these different disciplines and things like that, it always makes me think that we even have gotten here without not that we've made such great strides, but I mean we have as far as advancement of technology and civilizations. But all that aside, and the debate about whether or not it's good, this episode specifically, I really like the idea that there was this entity that really was trying, but was trying in a very kind of forceful way. It wasn't a parent, it was a master to servants, not a parent to a child. And I think therein lies the difference about the approach of Kukulkan to the ancient civilizations of the Mayans and the Aztecs. It wasn't something that was in many ways pleasant, I guess. I mean, pleasant's probably the wrong word to use for it, but it certainly wasn't something that would have been, anybody would have really picked over a more a peer like like again, a parent child doesn't necessarily have the parent lording over the child. It has the parent teaching and becoming a mentor to the child to eventually have them grow and surpass them. That's the ideal. You want your child to be a better person than you are, to know more than you do, and then in turn teach their children to be better and know more. And it's the evolution of a species and moving towards I guess not necessarily perfection, but to be the best you can be type of thing. And I like that attitude and I like that approach to the way that they kind of ended it with Kukulkan, which is why I thought to myself, why didn't they say, like Jim said, we don't need you anymore. I understand, the initial Jim was a little pissed and deservedly so that the Enterprise was put into danger. But once we kind of cleared the air a little bit and there was a distinction made, all of these people in your menagerie are not necessarily the same as, they are living beings, obviously, but they didn't seem to have like higher intelligence or higher, the ability. It's not, I mean, you could argue that they weren't sentient, I guess, but I mean, humanity, the Vulcans, the humanoid races of the Federation, all of the intelligent races, I can't think of anything better to say about that, are obviously different than the creatures that he had inside of his menagerie in his zoo. And so I think once that distinction was made and Kukulkan realized that was in fact the truth, there was a real opportunity there to say, you know what, especially when he said, I know, I just wanted to help. I wanted to come back and you were my children. And I mean, again, I think right there was the perfect time to say, and we would love to have your help, and we would love to help you as much as we could. Why don't we enter into a discussion? There's no need for you to be lonely or be out here by yourself. Again, you can't come back to Earth and rule as a king, but I don't even think that was ever his intent. It was more, just fear me, listen to me, I have things to teach. When in actuality, you don't necessarily need to be that aggressive in your education for us to listen. And I think that was the point that several of the crew members were trying to make. We've advanced beyond what you saw as a warlike race. We're making strides. We're getting better. We're showing you. We're not trying to kill you, or we're not the same examples maybe that you initially saw. And it's a great idea and a great premise. And I feel sad seeing him kind of go away. Of course, yes, he caused problems for us for 20 some minutes. And that was a great episode as far as having a problem. But normally this would be something, and I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that normally it's something that, we can reach an accord and that person is there for us. I've said it before in the original series, it's almost like, hey, we're off planet, everybody's safe. Let's just throw a quarantine up around this system and peace out. We are out. We don't need to talk to these people anymore. And so I guess maybe in that respect, it is very similar to the original series. I guess it's my own perceptions and my own hopes for what the episode could have been as far as establishing a communication between what was once considered a god above, for many people, throughout all of those cultures they mentioned on Earth. And I like the idea. I think it would have been neat, you know what I mean? Just to maybe go check in on the Federation, and you go through the Andorians and the Vulcans and humans and every Terrans, and then you turn around and there's Kukulkan like sitting in a chair at the Federation HQ or something. I don't know. I just think it would have been neat. I don't know. What do you all think? All in all, another bite-sized episode of Trek that gives us the great Trek moments, that gives us, the team working together, figuring things out. We got a new ensign walking bear. That was really, really cool. I love seeing, we've had several new people introduced into this one, but before they were aliens, Mares and Eric's, obviously they were the aliens aboard the command crew on the bridge. Now we have Walking Bear, Ensign Walking Bear, which I thought was really neat. A great way to introduce new people. It was just, again, I get a little sad because I think that these animated series and episodes have so much to offer just simply because they keep us aboard the Enterprise and in the universe that I know we all love. But unfortunately now, friends, it's time to say goodbye from the animated series, the penultimate episode. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Star Trek or any of our Saturday morning React tunes. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that is then and this is now, my friends, and now, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye from the penultimate episode of Star Trek the Animated Series. So where should we say goodbye from? Well, friends, I think with Captain Kirk's permission, you and I are going to beam over to Kukulkan's ship, and we're going to open a dialogue. Not a dialogue of master to servant, not even a dialogue of parent to child. A dialogue of a friend to a friend, because I think we could both benefit. Until such time, my friends, as we finish the animated series of Star Trek, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.